What's good, YouTube? This is Rage Rail. So in today's video, I wanted to show you guys this Team and Scheme series part 14. So if you guys enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go in and sub and turn on post notifications on. So I hope you guys are having a great day, man. So I got a banger for you guys. So you guys are gonna be able to see some really nice gameplay with the Bengals. Now I believe the Bengals is a really good team to use with this single back bunch X Nasty. Now there's a couple reasons why. So originally, it's actually hard to pick the Bengals for anything, just simply because they're good in real life. Like, they're excellent in real life, as you guys know. But in Madden, they're absolutely trash, honestly. But they do have a fast defense. That's what really makes them pretty good. But their offense is absolutely trash in Madden. Not trash, but it's just hard to use, you know? So the reason why I picked this formation is because, for one, they have a lot of great run plays. But first, I'm going to talk about personnel and why. So, of course, you know, they have Jamar Chase, which is obviously one of the best receivers in the game. Well, I can't really say in the game, but he's a really good receiver. They gave him ability, so he's nice. Now, I like to put my best receiver here. I like to put my second best receiver here. So I like my best receiver and then my fastest receiver. That's exactly how I like to do it. Or you can switch these, because sometimes they do have a nice little bomb play you're going to see me use in game. Now, your third string receiver obviously will go here. Now, you really want a good running back and quarterback combo. That's why I like this offense. Now, Joe Burrow, he's nice because he does have some wheels on him, so you can actually get outside the pocket. So that's why I do like the Bengals with this. So there's a lot of great plays out here. So the play I'm going to be talking about real quick is actually PA drag wheel. Then I'll hop right into gameplay, but I just kind of want to take you through the playbook a little bit. So I love the wide zone weak. Inside zone weak is okay. Now, all these passing plays are really great, so I'm not going to talk about that. I don't really run quick pitch as much, but I do love the counter. I do love the halfback dive a whole lot. HB splash, it's okay if they don't know how to shoot the gap. So yeah, that's everything I want to talk about with that. So let's come out and PA drag wheel real quick. Now, for defense, we're just gonna come out of something that's 3-4, because that's normally what you'll see. So you'll see either a 3-4 or you'll see a 3-3-5 wide. So I guess I'll do 3-3-5 wide, because that's what you're probably gonna see. Now I'm just gonna sub in some garbage defensive line right here, just so I can have a little bit of time. But that's why I'm doing that, because I'm not gonna be talking about any runs. You're gonna see the runs I like to use in game. So let's just go to, let's put Henry Black in there. So yeah, I think we're looking good like this. Let's put Douglas here. All right, bet we're good right there. So we're just gonna come out and talk about cover 3. We're gonna talk about cover 2 and just man's coverage out of this real quick. And then we'll be going right to gameplay. So when you run this offense, you actually want to have your bunch receivers to the wide side. So we're gonna go ahead and move the ball to this hash mark. Again, you want to have the bunch to the wide side. Also, I am in the Rams playbook. I am the Rams offensive playbook. Again, I'm in the Rams offensive playbook. So here's the setup that I really love. So what you want to do, there's actually 2 setups. So if it's versus zone coverage, I actually like to take circle, put them on a streak. I like to take R1, put them on an in route. I like to take X, put them on a flat route. And I like to take this guy and motion him out. That's exactly how I like to do it. Now, that's one setup that I really love. And then also another setup that I love too is actually take a circle, putting them on a slant, take an R1, putting him on a streak, and then take this slant and motion them out. So I love this setup right here versus match or man coverage, but it also can work versus zones, which I'll show you right here. And also, sometimes I like to keep the play action so I can actually roll out the pocket, and then we're going to be able to deliver a dot right there. Now, with doing that particular setup, using a streak right there, sometimes a cover 4 drop style defense will actually kind of be able to play that. So if you want to ensure that your crosser route gets open, you want to take circle, put him on a streak, R1 on the in route, or slant. I just find the in route works a little better in this formation, and X on the flat route, and then we're going to take that guy and motion him out. Now, when you motion out the streak, it's going to be able to pull those outside zones a lot easier. So now notice how much more wide open this throw is. You can tell right there. And one thing I do want to mention is that when you run this play, you actually want to use the analog stick to pull yourself back as a quarterback, because if you don't, I'll show you what happens if you don't use the analog stick on this. It's actually going to be a lot harder to make this throw, because they're going to kind of make you dumb out. So let's say you try to throw it on the run. Well, on the run, you definitely can do it on the run, but you have to roll on the run, or you have to use the analog to pull yourself up. So try not to actually just, let go of the control and throw the ball, or you actually will get like a really weird pass animation, which, let me see if I can show you real quick though about the pass animation, because it's really weird. So like if you try to roll and then try to stop, notice how like they kind of make you do that. That's exactly what I was trying to show you, that if you're not careful, you can easily get a cross body. So make sure you take this practice mode a little bit and kind of just play with it. But anyways, I do want to show you cover 2 and just show you that we can get over the top of cover 2 as well. So like I said, any zone coverages, any match or man, I love this setup. But regardless, you can still use this setup too. Just don't use this setup versus cover 3. Well, cover 4 drop, excuse me. Like this one particular, don't use that versus cover 4 drop. Use it versus everything else other than that, because you can tell cover 2, we're basically going to be able to have a wide open dot, and they're going to have to zone drop to account for that throw right there. And then that slant, of course, is going to be able to hold that user. So that's why we want that slant. So just now also you can also cancel the play action and then get ready to set it up to hit this slant too. But versus cover 2 style defenses, this slant normally does not get that wide open. Normally you have to like dump it down here if you wanted to roll that way to read it. But there's so many cover 2 bombs out here that it just makes no sense. So yeah, so last thing I want to show you is man coverage, of course, and then right after that we'll get straight into gameplay. So we're gonna take circle, like I said, put them on a slant, R1 on the I can't think, Jesus Christ, R1 on the streak, circle on the slant, X on the flat route, motion them out, and then like I said, you could cancel that play action too, and then maybe set hold on, I actually couldn't even get my words out, but I was trying to say you can cancel that play action if you'd like. Normally that's what I like to do. So let's go back to man cover. So if they play any man or match style, normally I like to cancel the play action so I can actually be in position to throw my backside slant. That's what I was trying to say. Couldn't get the words out. So like I said, I can come here, boom, cancel the play action, and then I can actually settle up and throw that slant. That's exactly what I was trying to say. But let's go on and dive right into this gameplay. All right, so you can tell right here we are going against the Ravens, and honestly, this is actually a really bad matchup, to be real with you guys, because like I said, the Bengals offense is not good on Madden. Now, in real life, you know, obviously they're one of the most explosive offenses in real life. So I think Madden 23, they're actually going to get the respect they deserve as being a top tier offense. But in Madden 22, they did them dirty. Even at the end of the year, they could have boosted stats on a lot of people. Like they got T. Higgins so slow on here, and they got Tyler Boyd just pretty slow too. But and I think they could have even juiced up Jamar Chase a little bit more than what they did. But anyways, you can tell we start off the game, so it's looking like he's going to be playing man coverage, and this is why this is a hard matchup, because you guys know the Ravens man coverage is suffocating. A lot of times people pick the Ravens, they really just want to run around with Lamar Jackson on offense, and then they actually want to just play all out man coverage and actually just, you know, sit in a little, you know, 3-man rush because they have Calais Campbell. That's normally how most people play with the Ravens, and it's actually really hard to deal with, honestly, especially when you don't have an offensive line and you don't have, you know, 2 or 3 elite receivers. You really just only have 1 elite receiver, and then Uzuma, I think his name's pronounced, he's not even, you know, top tier, but he's actually pretty fast though, you know. So definitely you have to play perfect. So right there, right off the bat, you can tell I actually missed a wide open touchdown. And one thing I want you to pay attention to in this game is notice me and notice my tendencies and notice how I play, right? So I am a super conservative player. Now that's something that I try to work on, is being more explosive. So the thing about me is that I can actually have the setups to actually expose somebody deep if it's open. But my problem is I like to hit my checkdowns. Like I love my checkdowns. I love to just make the intermediate. So I love my checkdown to intermediate throws. I really have a hard time hitting deep, you know, routes because most of the time they're not open, you know. Or most of the time I try to, so basically I give the user a lot of credit when I play, and that's something that I have to work on. I don't know if you guys had the same problem. So also I really love this run play too. Look at the blocking. So actually right there wasn't even that good of a blocking, but you'll see later on in the game. But anyway, let me know if you guys have that problem too. So I know when I play this game, I like to give the user too much credit. So what I mean by that is I like to, basically it almost feels like everybody's a pro level. That's how I respect everybody's user. So like there's some things, if the user's on the left side of the field, a lot of times I won't even look over there. I'll actually look all the way on the other side, and which is normally can be a good thing, but it also could be a bad thing because it makes me actually not have enough time to actually look at my deep progressing things. As right there, as you guys could tell, just terrible read. I actually it was a really great job baiting by my opponent. But also, if you guys go back and look, the slant route that I had on the field, I was supposed to clear out the user, actually got just pressed into the ground basically while trying to run his route, and so it actually made me just kind of hesitate, and I just threw square. Terrible read, and that's something you cannot do with playing with the Bengals. You cannot afford to turn the ball over. Thankfully, you guys can see we did lay a hit on Lamar Jackson. He did cough up the ball, so we are given another chance. Now, this PA crossplay is actually really good at bombing coverages. Now, my whole thought process is trying to see what he's doing with his deep zones, because I noticed he's playing man, but I noticed he's using a safety. So right here, this told me that he's leaving that deep half. That's either a deep half or a middle third. I didn't have enough time to see exactly what it was, but you can tell he's playing cover 2 man, and I didn't see any purples out there. So at this point, I'm trying to figure out what he's doing with his defense, because if you can figure out what somebody's doing with their defense, you're going to basically win the game, because a lot of times people do not like switching their defenses. They have a set defense they run, a set version of defense, and when you force them to switch that set defense, then basically you win the game. So this is a setup I gave you guys. Like I said, I love this versus man coverage because we're going to have a two-way read. So notice we have the slant, and we also have Jamar Chase, who's going to run that nice little crosser route. So if you have your best receiver running that crosser route, you're basically always going to be able to get a win animation, almost no matter who it is. Unless, like, obviously if you have, like, I don't know, Isabella on, like, and they have, you know, somebody like Gier or, you know, Jalen, you know, my boy Jalen on him or something like that, then don't expect that to get open. But under normal circumstances, you know, you want to put your best receiver there. So right here is this halfback dive. Like I said, the way I love to use this offense with the runs is actually fake audible. Notice how I didn't click on any of my offensive line. It's right there. I mean, look at this. Like, y'all see the animations I be getting? Like, this is literally every game is something like that. That's crazy. Like, look how I get tackled. What? But the way I like to use the run plays is I like to fake audible, and then notice how I don't touch the offensive line. So pay attention how I actually motion people out. Notice I don't touch the offensive lineman, so that way I don't give away automatically that it's a run play if my opponent is, you know, above average in skill. Because if somebody's above average in skill, what they're going to see is whenever I click on my controller and I actually click on alignment, they're going to run commit. Most of the time people do. I ain't gonna lie, that's what I do. If you guys want to be real, if I see you click on alignment and I don't feel like you're that good, because sometimes there's ways you can bait your opponent to it. So like you can actually go to run play, you can touch your alignment to make them think you're doing a run, and then you can audible to a pass. You know, that's a good way to catch somebody doing what I'm doing. But like I said, not a lot of people think like that. But look at this, I actually make another terrible read. So absolutely terrible read. So I got nervous because I thought he was gonna be playing man. He played zone, and I didn't think that cover 2 corner could actually play that. But had I been a little bit more patient, I actually had a one-play touchdown set up already that I was actually going to exploit. You tell it was going to be square. But I want to show you guys some defense right here. So notice that the defense right there is going to be able to bag them because we do end up getting in the end zone. So I wanted to show you that just so whenever I brought it back to offense, you want to be like, how do you get those 7 points? That's exactly how I got it. And like I said, man, I put out a video on that defense. So if you like what you just seen out of that play, check out that defensive video. It's dime normal, and I really do think that defense could be a meta defense, honestly. Now, reason why, I went over it in the video, but just quickly, the reason why is just because it's symmetrical and you can blitz from any side, and it actually does really good against the run. It's basically just 3-3-5 wide, but to me, it's a little better because you actually get another nickel corner in there, basically. So, you know, in 3-3-5 wide, you have 2 linebackers on the outside. So with this defense, you have 2 nickel cornerbacks on the outside instead. So to me, that's why I think it's better. And plus, you have a 4-down lineman in front, so it's like a big nickel, but just a corner, you know, in there as well. So basically, that's why I like it. But right here, so we're running the ball, and like I said, I don't have the best run stick, but man, come on, like that is Joe Mixon, and I know he has armbar, but that's something I'm bad at too. I don't spam armbar, which I probably should. I really just count on my stick to actually get me out of situations. So if I probably would have used his armbar, I probably would have got the animation, but it seems like this game just don't reward you for it, so I never really just try, to be honest with you guys. So that's another problem that I have. So right here, what I'm trying to do with this setup right here is actually trying to figure out how to exploit his man coverage. So I'm thinking between R1 and circle. Want to see which one he takes. So I see he takes circle, so I'm gonna go R1. And like I said, nobody's just winning, you know. So normally when you throw that low ball in route, normally they do give you that animation to catch the ball, but we didn't get one right there. But it's cool. So at this point, if you're ever playing somebody who's running heavy man coverage, find a way to find their user tendencies and find a way to figure out what they're doing with their coverages, how far they're putting people out in coverage. Like, find all that out, because there's always going to be you know, loopholes to their coverage. It's not perfect, you know, even if you have a bad matchup. So basically right here, I actually missed a wide open touchdown. I didn't say wide open, but I missed the touchdown that I potentially had. And that's why I said this game, I really hope you guys are watching, because maybe some of you guys play like me, who are just too, you know, you're too antsy in the pocket, and that's probably a good way to put it. All I had to do was just, you know, calm down, hit my reads. That's all I had to do. And right there, look at Calais Campbell, man. This dude literally just tackled me and the guard pretty much. But yeah, one thing, that's all I wanted to say is that try to practice not being so, you know, hasty in the pocket, maybe is a good word, because sometimes, like I said, I'll just be like, oh, that's not gonna be open because I know the user's gonna guard it. And I have a terrible habit of that. So right here, I'm actually looking between R1 and actually square, and I want circle late. So I was reading the user to see if it's gonna follow circle. So I noticed that he did put that deep half, because I really was gonna throw circle. I had full intentions of throwing circle because I knew that he was not gonna play it, but he did put that deep half or middle. I want to say that was a deep half. So essentially, the only thing my opponent is doing is just running man coverage, user in a deep half, and he's leaving everything else stock is what I'm getting out of it. But every now and again, he actually will switch up between man and cover 2, and it just made it actually just really tough. So right here, I actually tried to, like I said, I like to try to put stick on us. So notice we try to get a little sticky, and then we just get a crazy animation. But it actually probably paid off for us because we were able to blow the timeout, and we are going to be able to get a field goal. So now we are up, 2 possessions essentially. So we do get ball back on the offense for the second half. So that's why I went ahead and took my 3, and we are up. You can tell right here, I have 114 yards. He has 118. So it's not like he's not moving the ball. It's just that we're getting stops, basically. So he'll move the ball every now and again, and we'll just, come up big, just like you guys seen that little pick. So right here, like I said, one thing I did want to say too is that I could have just sat here and ran the ball the whole time, but you watching this, run the ball. Don't do what I'm doing right here and try to throw the ball. He's in a 3-down line in front. I know he's in 3-3-5 normal, so there are ways he can blow up the run if he knows how, but there are so many run plays inside of this bunch X nasty that you almost should never have to worry about getting blown up. So that's why you really want to run the ball. So notice how right here I'm just running the ball, and like I said, I just picked up like 6 yards. I had 9 rushes, 61 yards. That is almost 6 yards a carry, almost. So that's probably actually it's more than 6 yards actually, because if it was 10 carries, then it'd actually be 6.1. But like I said, it's somewhere around there, like 6.5, 6.6 or something like that yards a carry. And look what he's in, so I could have easily kept running the ball. But like I said, when I show you guys videos, I don't like to sit up here and just talk about, I don't like to sit up here and just show run plays, because you guys know how to run the ball. I want to show you dots and show you how to put stuff together, just like we did right there. We finally went deep because I've been noticing he's been super aggressive with his user. So we finally hit a coverage setup that is, well, we hit a setup that's designed to beat, that type of aggressive style defense. It's actually cover 2 beater, but he's using that quarter, and the other quarter was not going to be able to play it. So that's why, drew that up right there. So right here, basically, this is gonna be the last play of the game though. So he's basically just try to bomb me, but we do get a great click on it. We do get the pick right there, and that's honestly pretty much gonna seal it right there. We're gonna try to get sticky, and then we're gonna try to take this to the house. But look at Lamar, man, like this dude just be everywhere, man. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video though. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.